This video contains veterinary autopsy images for educational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone. As you saw in the previous video, many of the parrots I've autopsied over the years were suffering from chronic enteritis. But the truth is, we had no idea. We just assumed our parrots were perfectly healthy, without any problems at all. Based on the results of my research, I estimate that at least 50 to 60% of the parrots you're keeping may be living with chronic enteritis, without showing obvious signs. Is there a way to know if your parrot has enteritis? Yes, there is. You can ask a trusted avian veterinarian to examine your parrot's droppings. Through this test, they can check whether any harmful bacteria are infecting the digestive tract, or whether there are signs of enteritis. People often say that you can tell a bird's health by simply looking at its droppings. But even experts can't do that without proper testing. That's why the most accurate way is to ask a qualified avian vet to run a fecal test and check for any harmful bacteria in the digestive tract. When you request a fecal test, the vet will usually start with a microscopic examination. By looking at the shape, size, and movement of microorganisms under the microscope, they can often detect pathogenic bacteria, fungi, or parasites. However, in the case of Staphylococcus aureus, it cannot be identified by appearance alone. A separate bacterial culture is usually required. Staphylococcus aureus is a common pathogenic bacterium that infects a parrot's digestive system through contaminated food. It cannot be identified through microscopy alone, so a bacterial culture test is required to confirm its presence. On the left, you see the culture result of droppings infected with Staphylococcus aureus and other harmful bacteria. On the right is a culture result from healthy droppings, with no sign of pathogenic bacteria. In addition, an inflammation test is also important. If there is inflammation in the digestive tract, it will likely show up in the test results. A positive result is clear evidence that inflammation exists somewhere in the digestive system. If any problems are found through microscopic examination, bacterial culture, or inflammation testing, the veterinarian will be able to provide appropriate treatment. If the enteritis is caused by a bacterial infection, not a virus, and the condition is not too severe, it can usually be treated successfully. If you truly care about your parrot's health, I recommend doing a fecal examination twice a year. Sometimes, a disease may be quietly progressing inside the bird's body, without any visible signs. And by the time symptoms finally appear, it might be too late, or much harder, to treat. When looking for the source of the bacteria that caused the enteritis, the first thing we should suspect is the food. In the next video, we'll take a closer look to see whether harmful bacteria are being transmitted to parrots through their food.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and giving it a like. It helps a lot with future videos.